Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Miracle Maker Football Channel. Chelsea versus Brighton. We are playing Brighton on Sunday for our next round of EPL fixture. Coming back from a disappointing 4-1 defeat in the hands of Newcastle United, the match is over. We are turning our attention to the Brighton's game. And during the training, so many players were pictured. Players like Wesley Fofana was pictured amongst the players, but definitely Wesley Fofana is not in contention. He is not even in the discussion for this game. He still has a long way to go before he can be considered for a return. So Wesley Fofana is back with team training, but not in line to even make the squad against Brighton. There are so many players that were not pictured during the training, and we know that this game against Brighton, we see Chelsea make so many changes at the defense. Reece James is definitely out. He is not going to be a part because he will be serving his one-match suspension against Brighton. He accumulated 2 unnecessary yellow cards against Newcastle that resulted to a red card. So he will be serving 1-match ban. So he will be unavailable for selection for Brighton. Another player that is suspended for the Brighton's game is Marc Cucurella. Cucurella has accumulated 5 yellow cards that equals to 1-match suspension. So Cucurella will not be facing his old team. He, likewise, Reece James, will be serving 1-match suspension against Brighton. Then you ask yourself, what are we going to do at the fullback? Because the option we had for the right back is Reece James and Malo Gusto. Then sometimes Marc Cucurella. But Malo Gusto, that's supposed to be the natural pick for the right back, is in serious doubt. He's having a foot injury and he was not even pictured during the training. So Malo Gusto is a major doubt for the Brighton's game. If Malo Gusto misses out of this clash, that means Mauricio Pochettino will have a very big call to make. You will have to reshuffle the defense. And if the assassin plays at the right back, that means we'll be seeing the defensive shape of Asel Disasi at the right back. Then Thiago Silva and Benoit Badiashile central partnership. Then Levi Colwill will be brought in at the left back. This is the possible defensive shape that we are going to see. Then definitely Moses Caicedo is fully back. He was omitted from the starting 11 against Newcastle because he just returned from Ecuador during the international break. But we saw him in the training session and he was looking very sharp, meaning that Moses Caicedo definitely will start against his former club come this Sunday. Player like Romeo Lavia was also pictured. Christopher Nkunku was also in the training, but we don't know if the two of them will partake in this game, though Christopher Nkunku is a bit closer to a return more than Romeo Lavia. We might actually see Christopher Nkunku make the bench against Brighton. This is something that we have been hoping for. We need a player like Christopher Nkunku to come in and help out at the attack. Against Newcastle, the whole players, they put in their worst performances for the season. We don't know what happened. In the first half against Newcastle United, we played well. We weren't that bad. But in the second half, we collapsed. There is a report that up to 12 players will miss the game against Chelsea. But this was also the report we got from Newcastle United. Though I don't know if Chelsea players, looking at the starting 11 that included 17-year-old Millie, then Chelsea's Tino Livramento, I don't know if they came and underrated Newcastle. Nicholas Jackson was nowhere to be found. Raheem Sterling, who has been the shining light in our last few games, put in a disastrous performance. that overshadowed his wonderful free kick. Cole Palmer, for the first time in his Chelsea career, put in a disastrous performance as well. Same with Conor Gallagher. So the whole players, none of them turned up except Enzo Fernandez, who put in a decent shift. He wasn't that okay. He wasn't world class because no player against Newcastle United put in a reputable performance. But Enzo Fernandez tried his best. He was the only positive in the match against Newcastle United. So Mauricio Pochettino needs to work on the mindset of the players against Brighton. They will be without Tariq Lamptey and the rest of them, but let's treat Brighton as if we are playing Manchester City. This has always been our issue, the mentality that we use to approach games. Brighton, we have defeated them both in the preseason and during the Carling Cup. If I'm not mistaken, we have defeated Brighton like twice already this season. So if we underrate Brighton just because we have defeated them twice, Brighton will definitely mess us up. And from what we saw during the training, Mauricio Pochettino had a very deep and long discussion with Mikhailo Modric and Armando Broja. And from the pictures, it seems as though he will be giving the two of them opportunity to start against Brighton. Mauricio Pochettino has always preferred the front three of Jackson, Palmer and Sterling. But from the performance against Newcastle, expect Mauricio Pochettino to make little changes against Brighton. So guys, I want to hear from you. Who do you prefer to start between Armando Broja and Nicholas Jackson? So guys, this is Miracle Maker Football Channel. Do well to hit the like button on this video and subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that you don't get to miss any content coming from this channel. More updates will be coming your way in this channel. Stay cool and stay blessed. Happy new month and happy Christmas in advance. Stay cool and stay blessed. Blue always will be the color.